If you guys like these, then guess what? This is the last episode. Sorry. Hey guys, my name is Sam, and welcome to what is probably the last job vlogs. Because I think if nothing else, I like to have these kind of vlogs that remind me of what's kind of happened, because it's kind of like an online kind of biography thing. And I don't know, I have this really crazy thing that sometime, someday, if like I have a lot of subscribers, some person will like go to the thing and be like, oh my god, that was my life, and that's helpful for people, and I'm just gonna move on. I'm just rabbiting on about shit. So basically this year was teenagers and 20-year-olds, myself 100% included, are very much of the opinion that you have to have everything sorted, and I'm still of the opinion that I should have everything sorted, because you look at everybody around you and you go, you know what, they look like they have their stuff sorted, but stuff was not good this year, basically. To start off the year, I had absolutely no motivation. Basically, the only motivation that I really developed during the first semester was I want to pass this subject and this subject because I hate the teacher and I hate the classes, and I failed both of them. I did end up kind of unfailing one because I just had to hand in some reports so that could be organised, but not a good start. I actually went on to, in my second semester, fail to again. Admittedly, once again, I may or may not have been fine with one of them, but I ended up failing another one, and actually failed that academically, which is the first time I've ever done that. So, I don't know, it was a very kind of weird experience to be in the situation where I'd actually failed in that regard. I've always kind of felt like that's a very specific part of myself, and I mean, it wasn't, I guess, that I'm not intelligent or anything, it's just that it was, I don't know, it was just a weird experience, and it was very humbling, especially in a time when I probably don't need to be more humble. In a more general kind of thing, I guess there were some good things that happened. For example, I think the last time I did a jobs vlog, which was like months and months and months ago, I was talking about, oh, I'm gonna get a job being an adjudicator, and I was actually really jazzed about that because it was the first job that I got in ages, and this year I started doing that work, and I mean, I was super nervous the first couple of times, but I got the hang of it, and I mean, even though it's definitely nowhere near as consistent as I would like, I mean, I haven't had a job in years, so I think that's a very good start, even if it is something that only really works for like half the year. And that was a good thing, but the rest of it, I feel like, and this is kind of a case with pretty much all the years that I've had recently, is that I'm just like, oh, it's so shit, but then when I actually look back, I'm like, oh wait, there were these amazing things, like I saw these amazing movies and I went to these concerts and stuff, like I went to a Broods concert, but no, I'm like, but all the things that I screwed up at. For example, I house sat, which was an insane experience because I mean, I was away from my family for 6 weeks, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but like the most before that was like I was maybe away for like a week or two on like school camps and stuff, so being like actually away and having to kind of fend for myself, I guess. And I kind of want to say it's a good experience, even though it's kind of in a way very melancholy, because it's very much associated with the fact that I at points sank even further into depression because I was kind of just like, there's nobody around, and I spent like the whole 6 weeks, like I saw one friend like once outside of school in a 1.5 month period, and for pretty much the rest of it I was completely by myself. Like I had a birthday thing and I went to my parents' house for dinner a few times, but otherwise I was completely by myself for 1.5 months, so not the best idea. So I ended up, during that period I actually went to a GP with my cousin because she was very supportive and I kind of needed that support, and I got a recommendation, and I've been seeing a therapist for the last, Jesus, it's been ages. I've probably had it for a good I probably had this therapist for about half the year even. So yeah. And one last thing that I wanted to mention, and this is more so for friends that I don't see very often, because I very much feel that I should be actually talking face to face with people that I see fairly often. It's just kind of an overview of what's happening with my mental state, and essentially, and this is kind of like for like Tiger and people that I don't see in person, that I kind of like. I feel like even though doing a video is impersonal, doing a video is more personal than doing a chat, because I actually get to work through it, I guess, instead of just it being text on the screen. And basically, what it seems like the issue is that I'm very risk aversive. So I'm very much like, oh, I can't do this job because, what if this happens and I can't do this thing? And I mean, I've got a giant fucking bucket list and I don't really do any of the things on it. And I'm always feeling that I'm always bogged down, because I'm always like, oh my god, I've got to make YouTube videos, I've got to catch up with this show or some crap, or like do a cosplay, or do this, do that, do blah, 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 blah. Because I always feel like I need to do something to improve my situation. But I don't always improve my situation, so it's just really, it just makes me very on edge all the time, and sometimes I'll be depressed, not because like I'm like, in part because I'm very self-conscious and stuff, but it's also, I guess, a bit because I have all this fucking energy from anxiety and stuff, and then when I don't have anything to do, I just become, I don't relax as much as I become apathetic, and I just kind of go like, I really can't just do anything. And honestly, I've been in, not hell, but not a good time in my holidays, because I've been waiting to get a microphone because I want to make better videos with it, and I'm just like, no, can't make any videos until I get it. And that's partially why I was like, I should make this video, because I'm just like, I need to make a video or do something, because I'm just losing my mind. So that's pretty much where I am. That was the last of my job vlog series, but if you want to see more personal vlogs, then do not worry, because there will be more coming in 2015, and there are actually going to be 3 series that I'm going to be trying to run over that year. The first one I've already kind of started off doing, which you might have already seen, which is my 1 second everyday thing for the month. Basically, it's just a really cool app. You just record video and you include some stuff that you've done, and basically those are going to go on the first Saturday of every month. So the next one's going to be coming out next Saturday, so what's that, like 4 days away? So on the first Wednesday of every month, I'm going to be doing the awesomes. Basically, if you don't know, it's my favourite things from the month that's just passed. So the first one will be like in February, talk about my favourite things from January. And finally, to replace the job vlog series, I'm going to be having a life in review series. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to have it every quarter, so that's like every 3rd month. So I'll have one in the start of April talking about January, February, March. So basically I'm just going to do it every 3 months, because I mean, I don't think things go that fast in my life that I necessarily need to do one like every day or like every week or maybe even month. Like, we'll see how stuff goes, but I mean, I think, I don't know, like I do exciting things, like I do cool stuff, like I do like, hey, like I've been thinking like, hey, maybe I should dip dye something, but I mean, that doesn't really kind of contribute to my overall like mental health and job stuff. So, but regardless, I hope you guys had an awesome 2014. I'm going to have another 2014 in review thing, I think, on my main channel, because as I previously said, I've been going insane with not being able to make any YouTube videos, so I'm just going to be like, here's a bonus video that isn't just brought on by the fact that I'm going completely insane. So please tune into my channel for that, and hopefully you like it. That'd be nice. And please subscribe here for more personal stuff, or also subscribe to what is going to be my new channel that I'm going to be starting on like the 4th or whatever the first Monday of January is. I really don't need to keep talking anymore. I'm just gonna go. See ya. Good.